Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie.
And I'm Justin.
We're full-time resellers. In today's video, we are going to pack up all of our orders. The post office was closed yesterday for President Carter's funeral, so we have 2 days worth of sales, and we have some good, interesting sales in here, so we thought we would just ship with you, hanging out with us, and Justin's going to go over to the computer so I can pass it off to him. He can double-check weights and sizes, and I'll be doing the packaging here. All right, so our first sale actually just came in like half an hour ago, are these Nike shocks. They're not perfect. They have dirt like stuck in the shocks and some smudges on them, but they were valuable enough that we still picked them up anyway. We paid $4.12 at the bins because they're very heavy, but they sold for $99.74, and they're going to go through eBay's authenticity program. So we are shipping them via FedEx because that's what they require. They will go to eBay, they will check them over, they will make sure that they are real, then they pass them on to the customer. So I will just be packaging them pretty much how a shoe store packages them, where I put paper in between them. I have seen when eBay passes it on to the customer, they put it in their own special box. They have tissue paper they put it in, and it comes with like paperwork and stuff that says that they are genuine. So the buyer actually won't even see my packaging, so I'm not going to bother to put a thank you note into it. Next up is this replacement blender piece. Justin got this for free when someone was giving away a bunch of stuff from an estate. It's a General Electric piece. He brought the entire unit. It was a blender, food processor, had different blades, and it was definitely well worth it to part it out. Altogether, it was going to sell for like $25, and I think I got 4 listings out of it, and this one sold for $10.75. It is just plastic. It's not glass, so I'm just going to wrap it up and put it in this box. So yesterday was a bins day. We had a so-so day for quantity of items, but we picked up one valuable item, which I'll show you in a little bit. And this was one of the items also that I got. I came home and listed 8 things last night, and 3 things sold immediately. So we were shocked. We have not found any kind of video game in I don't know how long at the bins. But I found this Wii Mario Party 8. We tested it because we have a Wii. And it worked perfectly fine. So it sold for $24.99 minus my 5% discount, and we only paid 38 cents for it by weight. So for video games, I just put them in a padded envelope. If the disc is loose, like if the thing that holds the disc in is kind of stretched out and you think the disc will fall out, I will put a piece of bubble wrap in here, but this one is very tight, so it's fine. So it's just gonna slide in this envelope. These Vans I picked up earlier this week at another bins day. We paid $3.83 for them. We normally do not pick Vans up because they just don't sell, but these ones seem to have a very good sell-through rate, and they got tons of like watchers almost instantly. I got a few lowball offers on them, and then finally someone sent me a $30 offer, and I gladly accepted. So just like the other shoes, these will get wrapped up in paper, though these are going through the post office. This Thomas the Train I showed in the last haul video, our last video actually. Nia is her name. She was just, there wasn't really a lot out there. We paid 96 cents for it at the bins with all the cars. Someone sent me a $20 offer, and I gladly accepted. And so if you watched the previous video, you know she keeps making noises because this button keeps being activated. You can't easily take her batteries out. You have to take her all apart. So to ship it, I came up with the idea. I'm going to flip this cart over it so it stops the button from being activated, and then wrap some bubble wrap around it, purely just to keep her from running the batteries and driving the postal workers crazy. This next item I also listed last night. As I said, I sold 3 items. It is a global boning knife. Justin found it at the bins, and technically they're not really supposed to sell knives at the bins because of safety concerns, but we found it in a bin, so we just didn't announce that we had it. So to ship it, I made a sheath for it, so I'm just going to wrap. Here, I'll probably use this. Go around it and then tape it, because the last thing you want to do is cut its way out of the box, hurt the mail person, and have the knife get lost. All right. So now it can't slide out of it because, you know, it's sealed in here. I decided the easiest way is I'm just going to literally make like a cardboard inner box, and then I will put it in an envelope. So I just cut cardboard in here so it can't be bent. It's safely in there. Then I'm just going to put it in this padded, reused Amazon bag. And then we'll slide it in a poly bag. All right, the next item that we sold is Wii Mario Kart. This was actually ours yesterday when I was listing and testing the Mario Party 8 that we had got at the bins. I was looking through our Wii games and realized we had 2 copies of Mario Kart. So we were like, we're going to put that one up for sale. Sold within minutes for $28.99 minus the 5% discount. All right, next is a pair of pants. They were in our clearance sale. They're Faded Rose Essential Army Green Cargo Baggy Pants. I only bought them because of the style. They were a brand that I wasn't familiar with. We paid 99 cents for them, and they sold for $14. Another clearance item, skirt. This was a plus-size Nua Tags Monroe and Maine skirt. This is one of the first items in our inventory system, so it's a really old item. So I had it going priority mail padded envelope, because back when this was listed, that was the cheapest way most of the time. Now, that was before they started Ground Advantage and everything. So I checked. It was not cheaper because it's going to the other side of the country to put it in a regular priority mail envelope. So padded envelope it is. All right, then we have the teapot. I showed this in our last haul video. We paid 74 cents for this at the bins. It is a Christmas teapot, part of a Christmas like China dish collection. We paid 74 cents, as I said. It sold for $69.99. Awesome return on investment. I'm going to open the box up, and it's separated by cardboard inside, but I'm going to add some padding to it. All right, so I filled the inside of the box with bubble wrap, and it actually has cardboard in it that made it that the handle and the spout were kind of encased to keep them safe in there. And this box fits it really nicely with just enough room to pad it, you know, along the edges. All right, let's see how it fits. Pretty perfectly in there. Up next is kind of an interesting one. So someone sent me a message asking if they wanted to buy more than one item, would I combine shipping? And I said, sure, you know, just buy whatever you want and I will refund the difference of shipping once your order's been packaged. That's how I've been doing it for 3.5 years. It's the first time I ever had this problem. I didn't know the person was international. They were in Australia, where you can't combine shipping after the fact for international orders. So I contacted her, and it's been 1.5 days, and she has never responded to me. Well, one of the items that she bought was a clearance item. I only paid 34 cents for it. So I ended up just deciding to throw it in with her order. So I canceled the clearance item one. She paid $16.99 for this shirt. So, and I paid 99 cents for it. So essentially now she got the 2 shirts for, I paid $1.33 for both of them, and they sold for $16.99. So not terrible. And I made the customer happy. These Spanx tights, these sold so fast. Bought them on Tuesday, listed them on Wednesday, and they sold almost instantly. Pretty much most things that are Spanx brand, if they are brand new, I find, you know, sell incredibly fast. We only paid 50 cents for them. They sold for $18.99. This was a new to me find. Saw as the bins, and I was like, what is in there? It says Nfinity on the front, and they are cheerleading shoes. They were brand new. The carrying case has a few scuffs on it, but the shoes are perfect. They still have the tags attached. We paid $2.18 for it, and it sold for $55. So I definitely will be on the lookout for this brand of cheerleading shoes in the future. I'm just going to put it in this box. Another clothing item, we'll put a picture of it on the screen. This is an LL Bean women's silk wool blend blazer. In the last video, I showed that I bought a, it was a wool cashmere, I think, blend one. And I had mentioned that I bought 2 other ones a couple weeks beforehand. So this is the second of the 2 that I bought. And it sold for $34.99, and we had $3.17 into it. Another piece of clothing, a J. Jill, was a long, kind of like a t-shirt dress, but with a turtleneck top on it. It was purchased on 99-cent day. It sold on an offer for $21.24. We showed this game in our last haul video. It sold very quickly. We paid $2.81 for it. It's called Carcassonne Hunters and Gatherers. We'll just call it Hunters and Gatherers. So $2.81 is what we paid. Sold for $35.99. I think I listed it for $39.99, and then I took an offer. It fits nicely in this box, like on the bottom. So I'm just going to cut the sides because I don't need it to be this tall. And then I just use my resizing score, which is really a sewing, I do believe, score. They sell actual resizing ones, but why would I spend money on one when a sewing score works fine? And I got one of those for free in a sewing lot. We'll cut the excess off. I put a sticker on it, did I? No, I didn't. Put a thank you sticker on it. Perfect. The next item that sold was also something we showed in our last video. It is Fenton Santa. So excited for this sale. He sold, I listed him for $99.99. He sold for full price with our 5% coupon, so that was $94.99. And we paid 74 cents for him at the bins. He took, I think, 2 days to sell. So I am going to double box him because obviously he is very breakable and he is very valuable. So I do not want anything to happen to him. So I'm going to bubble wrap him nicely, put him in a smaller box, and then fill the voids around him, around that box, in the bigger box. All right, so he's nicely packaged in this one. He's been bubble wrapped and he has paper all crunched around him. Tape it. Now we're going to repeat the process in this bigger box. So I'll show you. See how I have it? It's floating. The bottom has tons of crinkled up paper. I've encased it around the side. Now I'm going to fill the top. Someone commented on my last shipping video that they were disappointed I didn't show the taping. And why I don't show the taping is because I've had so many people complain how loud it is. But for this one box, I'll show you how I tape. So I just did it, you know, I closed the bottom seam. Now I'm making sure to touch the tape on the side to the bottom. And then the middle one, I'm just going all around. And now I'll do 2 straps on each of the flaps. That's all there is to it. And our last item is another one of these QED cookbooks. We got it free in a state clean out. They're from our local PBS station. This one sold for $24.64. And as I said, we had nothing into it. And it's going medium now, so I'm just going to put it in a bag and probably throw it in a small box.
And we had one weight sale. It was a pretty nice one. There are these 2 35-pound standard size weeder plates. They sold for $110, and I had $21 into them. They're boxed up already and they're shipping out UPS. They actually spent $68 on the shipping for these.
So this is the one item I wanted to show you from the bins yesterday. It is a wool pea coat. And normally I wouldn't really think much of it. The only reason why I looked at it was face up like this tag. And if you can see, the size is hand circled. I've had a few pieces in my reselling time where it's like that. And that normally means it's more of like a handmade, small batch, expensive piece. The brand is Billy Reed, and it said made exclusively for Trunk Club men's outfitters. That didn't mean anything to me either. But I was like, all right, I'll look it up. And when I went and looked this brand up, I almost fell over. We'll put some comps on the screen. Yeah, we're talking used, like 300 plus, some up to $400. Absolutely crazy. So that was like amazing on its own. So while I'm sitting there, what do I always do? If I'm sure most of you that goes to the bins do, I go through the pockets. So I go in one pocket, I got nothing. I go in the next pocket and I pulled out a piece of paper that was folded up. And when I unfolded it, it was an ICU schedule. So I'm like, well, that makes sense. This coat was owned by a doctor because this is a very expensive coat. Reach back into the pocket. Nope, not that one. Went to the lower one. I pull out money. I haven't found money at the bins in ages. $12. So besides the coat is going to make us an insane profit, it paid us $12 to take it. So could not be happier with this find. It's got some dog fur on it, or cat fur, some animal fur. So I'm going to obviously spend some quality time cleaning it to perfection because this is such an expensive item. And then we'll list it and I'll let you know how much we get for it. All right, so we got our orders all packaged up. Justin's on the way to do the shipping trifecta of UPS, Post Office, and FedEx. But I wanted to tell you that our total profits after all fees and cost of goods for all of those items was $547.27. So that was an excellent 2 days. All right, that wraps this video up. We appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie. This is... Oh, fuck. Cut! Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie.
All right. Do I say who I am?
Sure, I'll just say I'm Julie. Take 3. Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie. What? We just talked about it.
I know, but I was laughing.